right, guys, welcome back again. Thanks for joining us. We're here again with Floodlights, the show where we dissect the football world, the story behind the story, what's going on off the pitch, the most provocative things we discuss here on this show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You don't know things set and check out our other channels them on the View from the Trees network. But let's jump right into it. We're joined again by our resident hosts, Warlock. You don't know things set, Boss, and Al Tony. You don't know a general there. See him, we get to message. Different locations, but always here for the show. No, we sorry about the absence of true. One of us them gone on a little leave and thing and slow thing, but he's back. When him not back, but we find a way how to deal with it. You see it. So things. If you're from the Dubai or
very scandalous,
or New Zealand or whatever, the show must go on. All right. So let's jump right into it. This episode with something where we feel like it's running throughout the whole season, but let's just hash it out the way. Mbappe and Halaand. Transfer saga going on for how long? It's an approach like Pogba time and him something right now in terms of like how long to go on for. Particularly Halaand, more this season Mbappe. We want to think Mbappe and Halaand are go if them are gonna win next season. What do you think will have implications for that said league will be? Altony, you can start.
Latest I saw from Mbappe was that he's still not decided on what he's gonna be doing. Personally, as long as I'm not going Madrid, I'm good still. Really matter where ball gets. As long as I'm not going Madrid, I'm alright to that. But at the end of the day, if he does decide to go there, which is there's a high possibility that he might not go there. That he might go there. Actually, my team wants to get Haaland. So we get the big sponsorship the big partnership with Spotify now. So we have a big loan. So we have a little change in the back, how the salary will work. But with the sign-on money there, the salary need to work out. So need to get off some money for the books. But I mean, it's gonna be a big change for any league that they go to because they're the two top strikers in the world right now. So any team that they go to, obviously, they want to make the team. Well, let me not say obviously. They should make the team better, provided it's a good fit and the coach knows how to implement them. But I would really love for Haaland to drop in Barcelona's team. And if Mbappe go up on Madrid, that would be another Madrid-Barca kind of rivalry. So it'd be good for ratings, good for the league, good for conversation, because the two of them will be going back and forth, Ala, Messi and Ronaldo. So that's my take on that.
All right, Warlock, waiting. Start with Halaand.
Well, I kind of agree with Altony in a lot of ways, a lot of things that he said. I think, first of all, wherever they go, it's gonna be a big hit. I mean, I think this coming summer is gonna be a really blockbuster of summer window. I think up to the last minute. I mean, of course, we know that the deal is pretty much sealed as it relates to Mbappe. Mbappe has already made
Altony
it.
don't think so. Altony don't think so.
No. I'm repeating what he said. He specifically said he has not made a decision.
Okay, go on, Warlock. Continue, Warlock.
Yeah, that's what he said this week.
Continue, Warlock.
I think it's kind of decided that he's gonna go to Real Madrid based on all the talks that we've been hearing over the last couple of months. I mean, I know that from time to time you may hear different things, and if you are to believe Julian Laurent, he's either going to stay at PSG or he's going to go to Real Madrid.
Respectable journalist, not on Fabrizio's level, but respectable same way.
Yeah, but that respectably that's another story.
Oh no! I am very surprised Chris would quote somebody that he doesn't really have high regard for. But continue.
Because him, he's Parisian and he's close to the right, and he's close to the information there. He's close to PSG, so I think he knows he would hear what. And I think he is very he's very anxious about Mbappe leaving PSG because he knows that Mbappe leaving PSG is going to be a big blow for PSG. But like I said, I agree with a lot of the things that Anthony said. I think wherever they go is going to be a big thing. Whichever league, even if one goes to one league and the other goes to another league, all the leagues that they grace will basically see some kind of bump. For Mbappe, like I said, I mean that's where I think it will play out. In terms of Haaland, that's a different story. He's the one that is very elusive in my mind. It is very unclear as to where he's going. I think
Fair point.
if you are to believe Real Madrid, they have the money to sign both of them, which I'm kind of skeptical about. I know that City is prime for him to come there. First things first, they missed out on a striker last season. They will be looking, especially now that they have seen where having a striker would have made a difference. At least the conventional wisdom is that it would have made a difference at this point of the league. I think I am not too certain where Haaland is going. I was hoping that he would come to Manchester United. We all know that is not going to happen based on what has transpired for this
Honestly,
season.
Chris, I'll cut you there and say that I feel like with Haaland, even given his father's history with the club and such, and all these other backstories surrounding him, he's gonna go where he wants to go, whether offer him the best contract, the best money, and so. I really feel that specifically for Manu, Champions League is everything. Like it's either we make Champions League or not. If we don't, then we now get nobody of note, and that's just it. As it pertains to Madrid, I feel like if Mbappe is leaving, there's only one place he's gonna go, and that's Real Madrid. You know the wages where them a go, what him a go want, them alone can pay, and him now gonna sit. I've never heard him speak of anything regarding the Premier League. So I don't. He's coming to the Premier League. So La Liga.
Well, for Mbappe, I know that Mbappe is, like I said, I think it's a done deal as it relates to Real Madrid, and I don't think Real Madrid is the only one that can pay Mbappe's salary. I think I don't even think Real Madrid is really number one in terms of riches right now in terms of football clubs.
I mean, who's on that level where he wants to be competing for the top honors? Who can afford his salary? Yes. So, because you have a lot of rich clubs that can pay the salary but are not competing. But Manu are one. We, of course, can pay Mbappe.
Exactly.
We can. But in now, come on, Manu. I want to compete, and the way you're looking now, we now have no Champions League.
If you guys were not Manchester United fans, this conversation would even be happening.
Why?
This conversation is a disrespect to Mbappe at this point in time. Or
anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. Chris.
No.
Chris.
It's not going to go on. It's just as
yes. So let's move on.
I don't. All right. Let me.
I'm sorry. Let's move on.
Let me respond.
Brings us into a good topic. Do you guys think this conversation that we're involved in, Tony? You think that a new coach will matter for Manu next season? I'm gonna start with Chris, real quick, Chris. Let's not delve into it because it's a hurtful topic this week, and we've been over this a bit. So let's go.
All right. So as it relates to people who we can get, I mean, I'll touch the coach, but I don't think that we were ever in the thinking that Mbappe was going to come to Manchester United. But I don't think any other club except Real Madrid thought that Mbappe was going to come to their club. In fact, Real Madrid is not the only club that can pay. Bayern will pull out the stops to pay him. But the fact is, his boyhood dream is to play for Real Madrid, and that has been constant. So that's that on that, finishing up that part of the conversation. As it relates to a new coach, I kind of think that yes, a new coach will make a difference, but the difference will not be significant enough. The reason why is because I think we need further uprooting of in the club. We need the manager, the coach, to have autonomy, to be able to make decisions, to be able to do things on his own and really have some power. And if we don't make changes in the hierarchy, the upper echelons, we will not see the kind of change that we need. And that's just how I feel about where we're at right now.
All right. Anthony, what do you think? And please be gentle.
No man, I mean, it's difficult to say whether or not a new coach will make any adjustments. One, I'm not sure the quality of players are there to make any significant changes, regardless of the coach that's going to be there. Two, the other teams are not just going to sit down and watch Manu improve, and they're also trying to improve as well, as we alluded to, City trying to get Haaland. So, I mean, sure, Liverpool are going to try to improve as well. Chelsea, everybody is trying to buy players and get to another level to try to reach to the top two, because they've been dominating for a little while now. So everybody's trying to dethrone them. So I think it's, as Chris said, it's more than just a coach that you guys need. I'm not sure how the details of whether the managers have autonomy to make decisions or not. I know there's a lot of speculation around that, and if we're to believe that, then that's also going to be an issue. Not to jump back to Barcelona, but that's one of the things that I think is getting us some good results, because Xavi seems to have autonomy to do what he wants to do and get the players that he wants and put in his rules and whatever the case might be. Additionally, we did uproot the entire administration that was there before, that basically run the club and the ground. So, I mean, using that as an example, I think that Chris, there's some validity to that if that's what's actually needed there. But I think the biggest issue is that you guys are going to need some more quality players. Just boil down to that. No matter how good the coach be, with the exception of Alex Ferguson, we don't see that crop of player winning anything anytime soon.
Brutal assessment, but honest, I must say,
I think it's brutal. I don't think it's honest. Well, I guess it is honest opinion. I don't think it's accurate. It's totally accurate. I don't think that Manu was. If we were to look at the players at Manu, I mean the top players that we have, we can see that we could be doing better than we have been doing. I think we have gotten into a groove that is not very helpful to us. It's a very negative groove. And I think, like I said, I have no illusions that a coach alone will do the trick. But to say that we don't have the quality players to do it,
so Chris,
well, just a second. I don't think it's entirely accurate. It is not entirely inaccurate, but it's not entirely.
No, I'm not saying that you have no quality players. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying a team needs a solid spine, solid players coming off the bench, solid striker, stuff like that. And I'm saying that you need additions. I'm not saying that the whole team needs scrap and you buy over everybody. But I'm saying, all right, so let me ask you then, do you think that, let's say they uproot the administration, what coach do you think could get this team to challenge for the title?
I will say this, Anthony. I will say this. In my opinion, I don't remember. I think it was a Champions League game. Was it a Champions League game? I'm trying to remember where we played a team where it was like this. And for all the FIFA fans, them, I don't know. Yeah, we play ball in real life, but we love to play FIFA too. Manager mode. Then put out a side way. In my opinion, our best team that we have on paper for like the last 5 to 6 years. Best team that. I may talk the year when him there perform, Bissaka at right back, Telles at left back, Varane, Lindelof, and Pogba, Fernandes, Sancho, Rashford, Ronaldo. Who else did they make? I think I did Fred. Or McTominay. McTominay did that play. Minus McTominay is immaturity. right? To me, on paper, that side is supposed to can beat any other side in the Premier League right now.
Are you guys delusional?
Right, because individually, each of them players there, if you look on what them do for them past teams, what them do as late as last season, statistically how well them perform, them track record as players, except for 1 and 2 man like McTominay and Lindelof. You see me? You know, say Bissaka probably one of the best one-on-one tackling wing backs in our league.
Yeah.
You just try to show you say
more
we didn't win that game. I think we draw it, or is either we draw it or we lost it. And I remember saying when before the match started,
it was a Champions League game this year.
I think
it was a Champions League.
Yeah. And I said to myself before the game started, I was like, yo, these are the best team in terms of what me know them players you do, what them show me say them do already. You know, bigger teams, CM level teams, whatever. And them there now, you know, that starting lineup here, run bar.
All right. So hold on.
It didn't.
It's a question.
Yeah, so and I would not tell you that those players are not of like high quality.
All right. This is what I'm saying. That's at its best, it's hopeful. At its worst, it's delusion. Let me see how I say that. I'll ask you a question. Out of those players that you named a while ago,
that is harsh.
Tell me how many of them. No, as I'm saying, it's at its best, at its worst. Not saying either. You decide. What I'm asking is, how out of all those players you named, how many of them you think would make this year's Premier League team of the year?
Yeah, talk about them farm this season. I'm not.
No. Overall.
First of all, any one of them, including just two Sancho now come from the Premier League. If we are talking about Sancho's productivity over the last 3 seasons.
Overall, based position for position.
Position for position.
Right. How much of them can start in a would I get player for that position to start in the Premier League? Premier League team of the year? How much of them you think will make team of the year?
I mean, at least
our team of the last 2 years.
You're asking me based on their form or based on what I
last 2 years. Last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
What you can do is based on what you've done.
Yeah, so we're not, but then
you're not looking at potential.
I know last year Varane win World Cup. I know last year Varane win Champions League, but we know say him is that top level defender. So it's like that I mean. So it's like that's what I'm really saying.
You're talking about history. We're talking about
so that's what I'm saying.
No, so answer the question. All right, let's answer the question.
We weren't talking about farm. We're talking about the quality of what we know these players can perform.
So I'm asked, yes, and so based on that and the quality of the other players in the league, who out of that team you just named a while ago would have started in our Premier League team?
Sancho, Ronaldo, stop. Sancho, Ronaldo, Pogba, Varane, De Gea. Who else?
Hold on.
That's the 5 that could have started.
Pogba start over.
What do you mean?
In the midfield.
On top form.
You must start over De Bruyne? You must start over De Bruyne?
I don't think they play the same position in the midfield.
That is a whole next argument, Anthony.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
So if you're going to talk about we must start over, and you're going to say, all right, you have to go first, give me one team of the CR. Tell me your best 11, player for player. Ball for ball, and then me tell you who each person can start over.
The only person who possibly can start based on what him do over the last 2 years, Bruno. Nobody else.
You see, but that's why I asked you. I said, yo, if we are talking about their farm,
let me give Chris a chance. Let me give Chris a chance for answer.
All right, regarding the team of the year, you're as good as your last productivity output, and I think that we have gone maybe 3/4 of a season now, and ManU has not been well. To say they have not been lighting it a fire is kind of,
those don't say
we're giving them way too much credit there, because they're doing way less than that. But if we were to look at, say, the last 2 or 3 seasons, one of the things that we can look at is the fact that they have beaten the top side in the league, the team that won the league last season, and pretty much may win it this season.
That counts for nothing.
the fact is, if you can put out a productivity that beats the team that won the league, it means that teams below you, you should at least be able to.
No, but what we judge per people of being good is their consistency. It's not one-off.
That is true, and
that's why I said that account for me.
And that is why
but Anthony, even based on that, when we came second, Alton, right? We came second. Does that make us, in your eyes, right, based on team for team, baller for baller, we did better than Liverpool?
How long ago was that?
Were we better? Last season. Does that make us, because the two best teams in the league fake about 2-3 seasons now, Liverpool and Man City? Because we come second, did that make us better in your eyes? Our players better than the players them who come in a third, right?
No, I'm not say players. Them did clearly had a downturn from injuries and a bag of things.
Okay, so
no. I didn't use just one season.
Yeah, but that's last season. But that's last season.
I said over the last 2 seasons. Or the play. Hold on. So Chris, you never answered the question.
Show you say them can do. And that me try to show you say when them a click, when they click, when them can do a thing.
Yeah, the team of the year. No, not to cut you, Mikey, but Chris never really answered directly.
Like I said, if I was to honestly answer that, and that is why I started out by saying that, we are 3/4 during the season and we have not done anything pretty much, and it's kind of hard, even as a Man U fan, to say that Man U players would make it in the team of the year. Except for Bruno. That is what I think. I think Pogba is a good argument, but again, Pogba is inconsistent. I think Ronaldo can make a good argument, but again, he has had the what would I call it?
Misfortune.
The unfortunate situation to be in a team that right now that is
nobody
not,
can get in the ball.
giving him the support that he needs. We see where when he gets the support, what happens. And so that's the thing. So if I definitively I can only point to Bruno, but I understand what Mike is saying.
No, I understand what he's saying, but I'm just saying I think he's looking at it with rose-colored glasses as a players that he think they can be. Or he's seen performances here and there of what they've done. And I can say that to probably any team in the league. Enough big team, enough small team beat other team, not Tottenham beat big team sometime. Let me finish. I'm just saying, sometimes I see Tottenham beat some big team. I'm like, where is this team? Why don't we can't do this every week? But that doesn't mean so them players them on the team them have a better team. You guys need players. One was not kind of good enough.
That's true. That's true. We're not a league player.
Right.
But I think we have a good enough spine to compete. So I guess that was my biggest disagreement. Now, so the whole our squad are like world class, but I think we have a good enough spine for compete. Varane, Ronaldo, Pogba, and Bruno. And then with Sancho and
the central midfielder.
No, remember I said the spine is not just the midfield. The spine is like the key, the core man.
No, the spine is right down the middle.
Yeah, you get the message.
So the forward.
I would argue the only cog we're missing, to your point, Tony, is that good, consistent holding midfielder where. But
right, that is the middle of the spine.
Yeah, but don't act like we don't have no spine, like the spine are trash. Yeah, we're missing a cog. So your assessment was a bit, as to what Quarlock said, a bit like.
Only need a midfielder, only need a right back. I'm not even sure who left back is right now.
Well, Dave, but you are also going off because none of those would be regarded as part of the spine anyway.
No. I was just saying I was just stretching away from the spine argument. I'm saying it's not just the spine. That only need the center of the spine. Defenders need a next defender. Only need a right back. So I'm say only need.
I don't think you are incorrect. Like I said, I don't think it's entirely inaccurate, but I don't think the description that you laid out was fair.
All right, Chris. Tony. we'll agree to disagree on that one. Real quick before we take one quick break. You don't know we have to pay some bills and time out and then sickness. So you don't know anything said. Who are going to win the Premier League? Real quick.
It's too close to me for call. City have the upper hand and kind of find back a little farm. But Liverpool are play out of them skin right now. For me, it's too close call for me. Can't go anywhere right now.
Chris?
Well, I think this set might just blow up right now because of what I'm going to say. But I want City to win it. I don't want Liverpool to win another title. There were years gone by being a Manchester United fan and not liking Pep. Well, let me not say not liking Pep, but not
real
liking
quick, Chris. Real quick.
What everybody say?
I would have rooted for Liverpool. I have rooted for Liverpool, but this year I want City to win.
I agree, Anthony. So you have that on record. And we know why we said that. We know why we said that. We know why we said that. I would even have to go in.
This is crazy to me.
The Man U fans them know why. No, I'm gonna tell you. I think Liverpool is gonna win. But I really hope that City can pull through and
the lack of consistency. I'm not a real Man U fan with you, because I'm not consistent at all.
But I'm telling you what I would.
No, I'm not talking about you. Me and this man argue at length about
very consistent.
The reason him don't want City to win.
It is very consistent.
Well, it's a good thing that he's made a guys, let's take a break. Let's take a break, Chris. On the next side of it, we'll go again. All right. So we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. So, moving on. We're gonna discuss some for Tony today, because in butting with inside every time we talk last season. So now in getting chance for Laba, Lebrish, and all these things. So Barca, new side, like I don't want to say not a cockroach, no disrespect. Like a bird from the ashes risen, phoenix. Even Dembele turn round, turn big baller. Oh, I'm up 10 assists in the last 8 games or something like that. I'm going to go out with baiting and rebirth, shoving machine, running. What do you think? I'm going to start with Warlock. You think say that, get it? No. Warlock, what do you think about
well, I mean, like I said,
yeah.
Couple of weeks ago, Anthony asked me what I thought of Xavi's tactics and if I think they are working and so on. And I to say that they're not, nobody can look at it and say they are not working. I told him that I think it's too soon to tell. And I still think, well, the truth is it's not too soon for this season because obviously they have made up the ground and on several teams. They were at 5th, they were at 8th at one point.
9th when him take over.
There you go.
All right. Continue, Chris.
And now they are in 2nd. Right. You guys are in 2nd now, right?
Right.
You're in 2nd. But that's the nature of every team not named Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid in La Liga when it comes to Barca. Sevilla, look, I have no faith. I had no faith in Sevilla for really come out of a game with Barcelona, especially when they're putting some plays together as even with a draw. You know, I think, let me just get back to Barcelona though. I think Barcelona is looking good. I must say that. I think Xavi obviously is one of them coaches so far, and look, I am rooting for Xavi to be a top coach because not to benefit Barca, but I think we need the cycle to continue for football's sake. You know,
Right,
we need
right.
another Pep Guardiola, we need another Klopp, we need another Tuchel, we need another Alex Ferguson. We need coaches to go through
Side note,
and
side note, history has shown us that aside from Zidane, most big players or good top level players don't
Need good
transcend
coaches.
to
Right.
good coaches. So some would say you have a hopeful dream there, Chris. Let's hope for the best on
but
your part. What do you
but that's the
think?
thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I think just let me finish. I think so far he has been doing okay. He has been doing good. I mean, it has been good because the fact is they have come back to second. The next thing is that because I know a part of the talking point is whether Dembele is going to
Leave.
look.
Mm.
I don't think he's gonna leave on the form that he's on. However, I don't think he's going to stay healthy because that's Dembele.
Okay.
And I am glad that he's playing some football now because not that I am overjoyed because the fact is I think that Dembele, the way Dembele left Dortmund was disgraceful in my opinion. Um,
Unceremoniously, to say the least.
Unceremoniously, exactly, and so I think he's going to be injured again, and that may be will be a part of their woes. But I got to say that Pedri is a true blue footballer. He is very good at what he does, and I like watching him play.
All right, Anthony, though, before you even see your face, let us not even start a discussion about Barcelona's and sometimes Real Madrid and other some clubs, but they're underhanded tactics in signing ballers. So let's not even go into that and just address what's going on about your recent turn of form.
Um, First of all, I am happy with the turnaround to say the least. I did not expect us to turn around that this quickly. We're a club that's basically in bankruptcy, couldn't keep players take salary cut. There are other clubs who have taken 10 years and still have not reached back to where they were. So I mean, I have to
All right, let's
in the
move
space
on.
of
Let's move on. Let's move
yeah.
on. Let's
Yeah, cut
move
me off.
on.
I'm
Go.
gonna
All right,
finish.
all
I'm
right,
gonna
all right,
finish.
all right, all right. Go on.
Right. So I'm saying, but for the joke aside, I mean, it really and truly is surprising for me. I didn't expect us to. I'm thinking like I was giving this team 2 years based on the young players that I've been watching. Some of them from the youth team, may I see them. I come, and I wasn't sold on Pedro at first. I thought they were giving him flaws too quickly because they were saying he's the next Iniesta. A couple of the other Barcelona fans. I mean, I say, oh, well, and it's a little bit too quick, but
I
trust me.
still think them should roll on.
Yeah, no, trust
I
me. I
still
mean,
think them should
yeah,
be
fair
rolling.
enough, fair enough. But I mean, he is, him the nama, big ball, big ball.
It's a
Um,
confidence now that
I
you
I
you rarely see, you know.
yeah, it's the thing. Form different from class. Form is different from class. And there's certain things when you do sometimes the vision you have and anything they can't teach them things. And I'm thinking something where you really lose because of your form. You get me? So if him stay fit because him that play too much and him get injured, and but once him stay fit, him should be fine. At least I'm hoping for the best. In terms of Dembele, it's a conundrum for me because I've always wanted him to leave and miss the goal against Liverpool from the day they messed up for selling. I think it's a perfect time for us to sell him now because he's fit and he's performing well. However, Xavi really wants him to be a part of the plans based on everything that he said and shown so far. He is one of the centerpieces of the team that he wants to have going forward. We still need a couple of players. I think there's rumors of us buying Lewandowski and some other players that we mentioned before. But overall, I'm very proud of how the team has gelled, and his tactics seem to be unorthodox in terms of there are a lot of team building things that he goes on with him training, because sometimes watch a training or the pre-match thing, and him always have some look unorthodox things with him do, and the team just seem happy. Even before we started the win, you could have seen like a little joy there in the camp, and I think that has also helped in tactically doing thing as well. So overall, I still think we need to wait a little bit before a lot of the praises. I'm still a little bit, tentative, but what he's done so far has been great. No matter which league him in, no matter which league, or what do you think of the other teams in the league? Because if that's what I wanted to address to Chris earlier. Sevilla drew with us when we played them earlier this year. This match, almost the 70th minute was scored. So, and a lot of these matches, and we are killing them 5-6 love. The matches are close. So it's not, and whenever a team sees Barca comes to town, them try to play them best. Everybody turn star. Everybody start have skills. All of a sudden, from men and no when. So look at ball. I see them play some look at other teams. Them play Villarreal over there, and them look regular. And then when them play against, all of a sudden, man, a flick from ball and basics. But that is the nature of when you're a big team. It's just like Manu. When Manu go play some little team, the ball, them all of a sudden, everybody gets stronger. Everybody get faster and skill. That's that when you're a big team, people always try to come out for you. So I don't think teams are just rolling over to make us win. Whatever we win, I will look a slump. Some side I deal with me, I say, oh, them man, I might even know them play. But I just give thanks to Shelby.
Chelsea and Brentford over the weekend. Sorry, Chelsea fans, just I dropped that in there. But yeah, I do see where there's a lot of progress going. I must admit that at times, I won't say I'm jealous because
it's okay if you are.
No, I don't need to.
If you were, I'm saying if you were, it would be okay.
Oh, okay. I'm not there yet, but I would say that it is looking like it's making progress. The system, as you said, the feel-good factor among the players, them I can see. Contrary to what I've been hearing, I do hear where he's being a bit strict in terms of like the certain things, but the players are responding like positively to it. You know what I mean? So he's not just like trying to unorthodox things and goofing around and stuff, and like I feel good, happy, everybody has smile. Him have them on the lock and key too. And
yeah,
them
yeah, come trading late.
and them work with
late,
it.
You have to pay money.
Yeah, so them I work with it, and it shows, even in the intensity. And that me always want to see from my side. Like, even if we go out now one game and lose 2-0, 3-0 and rain, make me see we have a chance. Make me see we are rush the side and I press them. I must them some man shift a man or some wicked knockings, make them come out and press and them thing. Make the man just I walk with ball and a big pass and them thing there. Joke thing that, you see me? So me now like I see it, and I'm not happy for no, but I'm impressed. Things said so far, but let's see where it goes. And let's just move on to the closing segment. Real quick, just to see where we are. I know a lot of people have their specific picks, but for you guys, who's your most noticeable absentee at this point for the World Cup? We know a few big names are out. Try to consider not just the player level, but also their chances of even making a good run given their team. And let me know who's the most noticeable.
I'd like Chris to go first on this one.
Okay, no problem. Well, I mean, the biggest, the most. We can even just end the show on one person responding. I mean, Italy is the biggest, biggest absentee. I mean, second year running.
I'm sorry. I actually meant players, but I mean.
Yeah, I know you meant players. I'm gonna talk about players.
There's a lot of big players in this team, so just pick one. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think Haaland is one. I think they still have a no, they don't. No, they don't. Yeah, Haaland is the biggest name. I mean, I know that he's gonna be during that month. He's gonna be one of probably the saddest baller ever. To walk the face of the earth. But he's the one that I really can think of. No, I can't think of anybody else. Lewandowski is in.
Down to
No,
Salah.
Poland,
no.
yeah, they made it.
Poland actually made it now.
Down to
Yeah,
Salah.
Poland made it.
Salah is
Oh,
out, definitely.
Salah.
Definitely.
Salah is out.
Salah
Oh,
is out.
Salah is another one. I mean,
Salah is
yeah.
definitely out.
So yeah, those are that comes. Well, the one that comes to mind was Alan for me, and you guys
Okay.
mentioned Alan, Salah. I guess yeah. But just to take a couple seconds, Italy is the disappointment, and I felt more disappointed the day when we lost the game and a couple of days after. But then someone brought it to my attention that it was Gabriele Marcati was talking on ESPN FC, and he was saying that um, France never made the 1990 World Cup, never made the 1994
Oh
World
my
Cup,
God.
and they made the 1998 World Cup
Oh
and won
my
it. And the
God.
truth is, Italy is the kind of team that is primed for such a stunt, for such a feat, And I think that kind of encouraged me a bit. Because the thing is, I never even remembered that 1990 World Cup is my favorite World Cup. I never even remembered that France never made it to that World Cup. So that kind of gave me some kind of optimism, hopefully. But Italy is the kind of team that will waste years um, and not prepare and still find themselves in situations. So yeah, that's
Um,
my thought.
All right, Alton.
Typical money fan, wishful thinking, wishful thinking. Statistically, how many teams have ever done that? If France is the only example, it means it's a one in how much team in the Cup? One in the world? Yeah, that chance of that happening again is very, very slim. Um, um, honestly, I wasn't thinking that Italy team was that good personally. I thought,
Champions.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I just thought they were hungry and they were a fighting team. I didn't think personally that they were that good to me.
To not
Um,
make the World Cup, to
no,
not make the World Cup,
when they were winning Euro.
but to not make the World Cup because
No, I thought they were good enough to make the World Cup, of
okay,
course.
cool.
So it's a
But
disappointment.
I didn't think they were as good as people were making them out to be. So when they actually didn't make it, while it was shocking, I don't think it wasn't as shocking to me as most people.
Or it's not, you don't feel the loss of them
No
not.
man, I wanted them to be there, so them can drop out and we can laugh for Chris like when my team drop out, well, laugh for me. But but I mean, I just no something just all the time I say of them not that because a couple of the match them the other teams created chances to score, them just never take them chances. And they're just the more clinical of the teams. Not like they were shutting down teams and just outplaying them outright, if memory serves me correct. But they were just doing the little Italian things, little dirty foul here and there and whatever, kind of break up plays and break up breakaways, you know? And that's what I think they can do some little bulleting for kind of win that Euro. And they're a cup team too. In time cup competition, you have to watch out for them. Because they might get trouble, no matter how good them they on paper and that, isn't me? That's the Italian fighting spirit that. But biggest loss, yes, they are. Haaland them and Salah, we never expect them team to come work up come do nothing anyway. So I mean, would have wanted to see them to see what they would do, especially Haaland. But I mean, he got already and signed already compared to the big team. Man. So what I'm glad with the World Cup to kind of sidetrack is that I think we're gonna see a lot of upsets because the groups are so evenly matched this time.
Much, yeah.
We don't really have
Very
a
balanced.
group
Yeah.
of it this year, so I think so we're gonna see a bag of upsets. So that's what I'm looking forward to, as long as Brazil is not in any of those upsets.
I think in terms of upsets, I think we might be riding too high on those and that. I think we're gonna be if we see the upsets will to me will be surprising, which is the nature of upset.
Right. Mm.
Um, I think more than likely we will not see an upset this World Cup. And just to touch on uh,
Chris,
Salah
this is
and
you
Alan.
already know. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I know. I'm just to touch on Salah and Alan making it to the World Cup. I think Salah making it to the World Cup with Egypt would have been like the last World Cup, a total disappointment. I was totally disappointed because Salah did nothing. And I think it's the same thing for Alan because he would not have had the people around him to
Right.
make him, stand out. And I think the same thing is going to happen for Senegal. People are touting Senegal as some dark horse. I think they're going to be out easily.
Yeah, I agree. With the African team, they just spoil people, but basically.
I mean,
So all they do every time, them just come in and in a group, and a big team just can charge them or lose to them or one match, and then they'll go one match and mash up the other country. They must spoil the sport. And them the Nigeria, ever try to spell Argentina, but Senegal, Cameroon.
Ghana did something 1 year good though.
Yeah. Ghana has been
team.
one of the best.
Ghana go out with that thing. So
yeah.
give to them. But for me, definitely like it's you have to just honestly I wanted to see Haaland. Like I wanted to see him, but not as I agree with you in terms of like Norway not being a team where you expect them to give him the service or can compete with another big team in them group enough if they can give him enough chances and then lock down the next team so them can win games. Not saying not gonna score, but he's that like bolsterous player that is like just like Mbappe, explosive and just like can do stuff. He's not that level, but he's like Zlatan-esque, like just moments when we just didn't want to see,
True.
So for entertainment purposes, I really wanted to see Haaland. Salah too, for that matter, for me is in the same breath, but I prefer like the bolsterous goal than Haaland probably would have scored. If I even want to go.
Sorry, the world not get to see him. Because so yesterday the passive fans are really watch football. I mean, vexed the world not get to see him.
But Anthony, I don't think we'll be missing in it. I don't think Alan would have done.
I'm not saying that look here inside.
Yeah, because it's too difficult for a striker to do that. It's too difficult for a striker to do that.
Exactly. I don't think he would have even scored a spectacular goal.
Yeah, we can't say that. The man score regular goal. I never see him score regular goal.
No, but I want to see. But like, I just envision him. I play even if I'm saying I get 3-1. I just envision him like bam 2-0 down. One man kick up one ball, clear one ball, and him run down, push down a man, run down and bomb something from.
It's hard for me to see him score a regular top in dog. This man like
he scores a good amount of those.
Something wrong with him.
Not tap-ins, but kind of,
something wrong with him.
Run left the world defense.
Yeah, man, he's
explosive, him strong, him.
So me didn't want to see him still. But now like.
Come on, Barca, Haaland. Come on, Barca.
Anyway, Haaland, if you're watching, just do your thing. No matter what.
Barca for Barca.
Please go over there. Say, and anything where your father did have, just you don't know things said.
Wait, father. What you know about him, father? You need to talk about him, father.
Father, money, father. Me know about him, father.
Father, money.
Money is what me know about him, father. So just if you check big enough.
If in Gaza City. You just know that really got
that is true.
Alright, let's say a word. But
if he goes to City, it's gonna be
unfair.
All over.
That's true. I agree. But anyways, that's it for us tonight. Thanks again.
Wow.
Run through.
Wow, this is cool. We're ending.
Just listen up, Chris. I'm telling you, I'm on top of what's going on. So
yes.
So guys, we'll be ending tonight. Thanks for joining us again on Floodlights. Not as heated today, but we hashed through a lot of stuff. I hope you guys like
a good conversation.
The topics that we discuss. Yeah. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and join us again next week. And thank you for joining. Big up Chris, big up Anthony again.
Big up 7th place team.
Do it. Have your fun.